Part 2. My mother-in-law thought I was poor until she saw my bank account. She told me that her path is the right path to financial freedom, but I disagreed with her opinion. Did I disagree in front of her? No. She is my mother-in-law, and they are Asian. Older folks tend to feel disrespected when younger people have a different opinion or perspective. She then continued and told my wife to help me apply to college, to which my wife told her that I didn't need to. My mother-in-law started to get agitated and began asking why my wife would say I didn't need to when I have no degree and work at a food truck. Because he already makes a lot of money, my wife replied. My mother-in-law looked at my wife like she was crazy and started asking her if what I was making at the food truck was a lot of money to her. I started to calm the situation before my mother-in-law cut in and told me to be quiet because they were trying to help me. My wife then started arguing back, telling her mother that I was not making a lot working at the food truck, but instead from my side hustles. My mother-in-law laughed, expecting my wife to tell her that she was joking, but her face was blank and serious. My mother-in-law then told her that a person can't just claim something without showing proof. My wife looked at me and demanded that I show my daily earnings for today, which I hesitated to do. But I'm scared of my wife, so I ended up grabbing my phone from my pocket and accessing my earnings. My wife grabbed the phone and showed them my daily earnings for today, which were sitting at $6,000 in sales. My wife then pressed on the monthly earnings, and both my mother-in-law and father-in-law saw my earnings for the month sitting at $224,000. My mother-in-law was speechless and began telling my wife that she wouldn't believe it until it was in my bank account. She argued that a number on another app could be fake and that we might be playing her. So my wife looked back at me and asked me to pull up my bank account. I told her that it's kind of personal, to which my wife told me that I shouldn't be shy if my bank account has a lot of money. So I ended up opening my Chase account, and both my mother-in-law and father-in-law ended up seeing my checking and savings accounts. I'm not going to reveal how much they saw, but it's fair to say that since then, they have not made any comments about going to college or about my finances. Ever since then, they've been sending my wife Amazon links for couches and sometimes telling her that they wanted a new car. I don't mind, to be honest, but I would be lying if I said I didn't feel some sort of way about them asking for things. I was actually thinking of buying them a new car, but my wife stopped me and told me that it was a stupid decision. She told me that they looked down on me, so why should I be rewarding them? My wife told me to make them earn my trust and love instead of my money.